Hey guys, I just finished watching season 5, episode 4 of Breaking Bad. This episode was really something else because it was Walt's birthday and Skyler is completely checked out. She's completely checked out of the relationship. She is she's done. She's done. She's over it. She tried her best. She feels like there's no saving herself, but she at least wants the kids out of it. So Marie and Hank have agreed to watch over the kids for a while until Skyler and Walt kind of get through their issues, which is never going to happen because Walt is a completely different person than the man she married, which reminds me kind of what happened in the last episode that I forgot to mention. When Hank got promoted, right before then, somebody was like, wow, like someone, pretending to be someone else right under your nose. Gus was pretending to be someone he's not right under our nose. I've cooked with him, broke bread with him, ate with him, and he was smiling in my face like he's met my kids. And this whole time he was pretending to be something else. And the camera just pans to Hank's face. And it's like, that's the same thing going on with Skyler, only I do believe that Hank was a good person. Like in the beginning, he's always had this ambition, like with the new chemist shit he was doing. He always had this ambition about himself, but it never reached a dangerous level until, just enough people spited him and he was given power and praise. So that was like the deadly formula that turned Walt from a good, loving husband to the absolute maniac that he is now. He gets Walter Jr. his super fast, cool car again. He gets himself a super fast, cool car. He just kind of disregards Skyler's feelings altogether. He's grossing her out. He's disgusting her. Like she's just so checked out. And Marie feels awful and Hank feels awful. And that was the most awkward birthday party ever. That was more awkward even than his, cancer and remission party where he was just like, I wish I was still dying or whatever. But I think I do like Skyler telling Walt, I'm literally just here waiting for you to fucking die. That is what I'm waiting for. I'm just buying time. But in the meantime, I don't want the kids around you. And this really offends Walt. Obviously, someone telling you to fucking die is very offensive. But the kids part really offends him. He's like, you're not taking my fucking kids away from me, bitch. What are you talking about? He's like, you try another fucking stunt like that, and I'm gonna have you committed into a fucking intake mental health facility. And so I really do wonder what Skyler was doing when she went into the pool. Was that all just an act, or did she just want to kind of like escape her reality for a moment? I don't think she was like, ooh, let me act like I'm losing my mind. I think she genuinely wanted to escape reality for a moment. Or maybe it was a mix of both because she did want Hank and Marie to take the kids for a while. So maybe it was a mix of both. On to this Lydia person, the person who works where they get the methylamine or whatever. I do actually believe that she, the cops are tracking her shit. Fucking Walt is so selfish. Like, just because you're going to die sooner than later doesn't mean everyone else who's affiliated with you should have to go down. Now, I do want to say it's not all Walt's fault. They should all have discernment and be like, no, if you want to keep going, you do this by yourself. At this point in time, it does not make sense for us to keep going. You can do all of this shit by yourself if you would like. We're not going to have any part in it. That would force Walt to like get off of his high horse a little bit. Like, he's literally on a high horse and he's quite literally flying too close to the sun. Now, maybe his, I just thought about what happened to Victor. He flew too close to the sun. Maybe that's foreshadowing. Maybe this series is going to end with Walt getting his fucking throat cut. But I did realize on Walt's birthday, Skyler did something with the bacon, right? And I believe in the first episode of this of season 5, Walt did something with his own bacon. It was a flash forward, right? Walt had hair, blah, blah, blah. He's 51 in present time. So we're going to get a 4-year time skip pretty soon where he's 55. He's sitting at a diner by himself. He has hair and everything. So maybe the cancer doesn't kill him after all. Poor Skyler. She has to put up with this shit. Oh, he's so weird. Like, I just can't get over how weird he is, too. Like, he wants specific people in his life. Like, there are several non-negotiables. Jesse, his kids, obviously makes sense. Skyler, who hates him. Jesse and Skyler are two people who have, recent times, have been unwilling participants in Walt's life, and he will not let them go. Like, no matter what, he will not let them go. Jesse was better off with Andrea. Jesse was better off without Walt, and he draws him in time and time again because he doesn't want to be alone. And it makes sense. Nobody wants to be alone, but you're insufferable, Walt. You're horrible. You're terrible. You're kind of funny. You know a lot of little weird facts. I always thought it was really cute how wherever Jesse goes, he uses Walt's lingo. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it has anything to do with cooking. He's using Walt's little lingo. He does things by Walt's books. He's like, we need to clean this dump up, right? When he went to Mexico. But separate from Walt, I feel like Jesse shines. That's what was happening with Jesse and Jane. That's what was happening with Jesse and Andrea. Whenever he gets something for himself, Walt is there to stand in between it. It's awful. So now there's this Lydia person who I do believe, but Mike is now threatening to go kill her, which honestly, I think to save their skins, he probably should. She's unpredictable. She's unpredictable. However, I feel like it's a catch-22. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, because it's going to look suspicious. Everybody involved is just winding up dead. At that point, it's process of elimination. Like, you're getting closer and closer and closer to who the boss is if everyone's dropping dead left and right. That's just making the detectives' jobs easier. You want to get rid of the weaklings who will probably talk. But at the same time, if that's a lot of people, where Mike is arguing it's just Lydia. But if that's a lot of people, at some point, it's going to process of elimination. And it's going to lead to you. Like, it's going to come back to your front porch. You're the boss. Oh, everyone else is dead. That must mean you're the boss. You're the last person who's involved. And Hank is just figuring shit out left and right and left and right and left and right. I do feel bad for Skyler. I do want to say that. I feel terrible for Skyler. I wish Skyler had a way out, but she feels guilty. She feels like, okay, I signed myself up for this. She, Walt had so many chances, to get everything he wanted. Skyler was even falling back, like, kind of in love with him or whatever you want to call it. They slept together again. They were kissing. They were hugging. Things were good until, the Gus freak out. Sorry, that scene just makes me laugh so much. Him in the crawl space laughing and screaming. Skyler brought it up this episode, so I was like, that is the funniest scene of anything I've ever watched in my life. Something that's been freaking me out. I hate Walt's hands. I hate looking at his hands. They're just gross to me. I don't know. I hate, and like his skin and his face and his, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know. Like, it just makes my skin crawl. But anyway, I'm going to hop into this next episode. Maybe I'll have it in me to watch maybe 1 or 2 more in one sitting. Let's hop on to our next episode.